Suffering is the result of not accepting the pain that we're feeling at a certain time. Okay? So suffering is different than pain. People suffer because they're not in an acceptance mode for pain. Now, there's some pain in this room.
My name is Thomas. I was an IV heroin user, and I'm always going to be an addict. How I see yoga, it puts you in distressful situations and gives you a chance to breathe. When I get out of here, I'm going to be in stressful situations, and I'm going to have to remember to breathe. It brings me back to my breath. It relaxes me physically, emotionally, mentally. I also have a really bad anxiety, and it'll bring me down and just take me to this comfortable state that's just amazing, and I love it.
I would say yoga intervenes right there in terms of creating a new physical pathway, teaching mindfulness, teaching what's called distress tolerance, where you can tolerate the experience of life, whatever it happens to be handing you, and you're tolerating it moment to moment in a non-judgmental, non-agenda-based way. These are fairly high-level skills, of course, but you learn them in a yoga pose because there you are, you and you.
And we all have these struggles with ourselves and with other people, and teaching people how to love themselves so that they can really and truly love someone else can transform their lives so much so that they can really be present and enjoy and live. You know, we find ourselves so much trapped in our bodies and our reactivity and our patterns that our brains get so wired in one direction that we can't even really find a way to change.
For me, the main thing is just the peace, the peace that's within that they help us try to find, and the quiet time. There's no quiet time here. So when you get in that room with the instructor, you really can have a chance to find peace.
Let your mind empty of thoughts.
When we've had some kind of life event that's traumatizing or that really obscures our knowing of who we are at our essence, that life event isn't just remembered in your memory, your brain memory, it's remembered in your physical cells. And having that held there, you create something that feels like a good strategy for moving forward in your life. And that can become the way things are for that physical body unless there's intervention.
The physical body is always in present time. And so I encourage them to keep coming back to sensation, coming back to breath, and begin to notice that part that we all have, that witnessing part that watches the movie. And that place is what we all can source.
So from the mind perspective, you're moving into a metacognitive level of awareness. So you're watching and observing without judging the process of what's going on. So this has different effects. It's relaxing. It also gives you a bigger perspective. You can see more instead of the automatic pilot, which is the next stimulus, the next response. You're getting a much bigger picture.
I just want to say that what's real is oftentimes painful, and accepting that that's a part of reality is really what all that we're doing here is based on.
With yoga, I found peace as well as freedom. You know, my body is trapped, but my heart and mind is out there free.
Yoga is it's like I can give a man a fish or I can teach him how to fish. And to me, that's yoga. Yoga is, okay, I'm going to teach you how to help yourself. And then you can find it. You get to learn about yourself. You get to learn how to love yourself. You get to learn how to interact with people and how to do it and approach your life in a way that you choose. Instead of just moving through it and hoping that everything's going to go well for yourself. And not necessarily that your life's going to be perfect once you do yoga, because yogis struggle just like everyone else. It's just that the way that we interact with that struggle is so much different than other people. And it's sometimes a blessing to have those struggles because they teach us.